Hey everyone, welcome back to my fragrance review channel. So today I'm going to be talking about a fragrance from Katy Perry. It's her third one and it's called Killer Queen. So first we're going to look at her advertisement. Got this out of a magazine. It's a pretty cool advertisement. Her first ad for Purr, which was her first fragrance, I didn't love, we'll just say that. She never did one for Meow, but she did one for this one here, and it's pretty neat. We have Katy sitting on a throne. She's kind of like pushed the throne over, so she's not really sitting on it, she's kind of sitting atop it. And she's holding her like queen scepter with the bottle of the fragrance right at the top there. She's wearing this sort of royal, elegant gown. She's got this very dramatic stare. Are those hooker boots? Yeah, we'll call them hooker boots. We have Killer Queen written on the bottom of the advertisement. And overall, I think it's a good, it's a very suiting ad for the fragrance because, you know, it's called Killer Queen and she looks like a very sort of like bitchy, evil queen with her red dress. And I think the overall vibe of the ad is good for the fragrance, and she looks really good in it as well. One thing to notice is that I think she actually did commit murder because she's wearing a crown, but there's also a crown on the floor. I'm pretty sure what happened is that she actually came into this throne room, she murdered the queen, that's the old queen's crown, and now she's taking over. So really, she's the queen killer, not the killer queen. Anyways, that's my little analysis. So here is the box. I got the gift package, so everything about this fragrance is very red. The box, I'll show you the sides of the box so you get to see more of the actual like sort of detailing. So we have this sort of like crisscross kind of pattern with crowns. Everything is red with a gold sort of detailing. Same with the top part there. And the logo for the fragrance is this sort of like royal emblem. Red is one of my least favorite colors. I don't know why, I've just never really liked it. But there's also not a lot of like red fragrances I find, so it's nice to sort of like have a big burst of red like in my collection. Now the most dramatic sort of element in this collection is of course the bottle itself. So let me just fix that. There we go. So this is the Killer Queen bottle design. It's very unique, it's very sort of eye-catching. It's not something you see all the time. So we have this dark red, sort of ruby diamond shaped bottle. It starts off a very deep red at the top. It starts off sort of a deep red at the top and then lightens as it goes down. I feel like my lighting isn't showing. Oh, there we go. And then it fades a little bit towards the bottom until it's clear. The top part of the bottle is the gold crown piece. We have Katy Perry written on the rim there. Then we have the actual crown that spins. And on the top part, the emblem, well, it says KP for Katy Perry. And on the back, I actually just noticed this recently. It's two cats, like we have Purr and Meow. Her last two fragrances kind of just sitting, I don't know if you can see it very well. Two gold cats kind of sitting back to back with KP right above them. I thought that was kind of cute. It was like kind of just giving a little hello to the kittens. Okay, so the lid comes off like that, and we have the gold sprayer with Killer Queen written on the rim. So I can tell you right now, this bottle doesn't stand. Like you can't like balance it, it's just gonna fall over. So you kind of just have to rest it, so it just ends up sitting, like laying down. If you buy the actual bottle, like just, not the set, the actual like bottle, there's like a black plastic piece that it's sitting in that you could take out and kind of like display it on. Because I got the gift package, I didn't get that plastic piece, so my Killer Queen just kind of like lies down. Which is kind of funny because the ad is her like, you know, standing up, like she's kind of like the dominant queen, but the bottle just kind of flops over, so it's a little anticlimactic in that way. I should also say that this is the 50 milliliter bottle. You can get a 30 milliliter and you can get a 100 milliliter, and there are some gift sets that come with like the mini, I think it's like 15 mil or like maybe 10. These are the little tester cards. Oops, there we go. So she has new ones now, Killer Queen Katy Perry, and it's shaped just like the emblem. So I'm going to give this one a spray, and I should sort of begin by saying I don't love this fragrance. That's my little honest bit right there. I don't love this fragrance. I honestly haven't worn it too much. Like I have worn it, but it's not really something that I love to kind of just grab and wear. I'd say this is more mature than her last two fragrances. So if you're familiar with Purr and Meow, which were her last two, they were very fruity, sweet, flirty. This one is a little bit more serious, but it still has like that nice fruity, sweet quality to it. But it's muskier, a little bit more floral, a little bit woodsy as well, and not quite as like daytime. So the samples are really handy because well, you know, we have like the graphics on the front there, and then inside we have a picture of the bottle with the notes. And I love when that comes with the notes, especially when it has like pictures and everything, so you really get like a nice visual representation of the fragrance. So in the top note of Killer Queen, we have dark plum, wild berry, and bergamot. So we'll skip over the bergamot because you know, that sort of citrus fruit gets completely lost in this fragrance. There's a lot of heavy elements in this one. But I'd say the sort of star of the top note is the plum. You know, the plum has that sort of rich, dark fruit kind of smell, and that's what I sort of get when you first spray this fragrance. This isn't a light fragrance. It's not really, I mean, you could do daytime, but I'd say it's definitely more of like a going out kind of fragrance at night. It's not light and sparkly, it's more sort of like heavy, sexy kind of scent. I can say that the base it's a very heavier base, and it already starts to sort of show itself from the start of the fragrance. So with that dark plum note, we're also getting scents from the base, which is the liquid praline, the patchouli, and the cashmeran, which is like a woodier kind of note. Dark sort of juiciness of the plum is sort of balanced a little bit by the pure floral heart. So in the heart of the fragrance we have red velvet flower, rainbow plumeria, and natural jasmine. I've never smelled red velvet flower before. I'm sure we've all eaten red velvet cupcakes. Those are delicious, but I didn't really know there was like a flower version of it. This fragrance is, like I said earlier, a little bit sweet. I would say from the heart of the fragrance, you smell the jasmine the most, but it's not really floral. It's not like a fresh spring bouquet of like flowers, because the top note of that dark plum is quite heavy, and the base note is sort of where we get a lot of more of the character of the fragrance that you still kind of smell even from the start. So I'd say the heart adds a bit of like that sort of soft floralness, and if I could pick out a flower, it would be the jasmine. But ultimately, I think it's the dark plum and the base that you smell the most of. Now, there's been a few like celebrity fragrances that have mixed patchouli with like a sweet gourmand kind of note. Britney did it with Believe back in like 2007. She had praline and patchouli, just like this one does. And I always find that it makes a strange kind of combination, because the caramel or the praline or whatever the food note is always so sweet and like delicious, and the patchouli is that sort of like earthy green. I always want to call it like a dirty smell. Like it's not bad, but it has that sort of gritty smell. So it always makes this sort of strange combination. But I think because we have the juicy fruit of the plum and the softer floral heart, it still blends together nicely, and it doesn't smell like dirty or gross. It's sort of like a complex, sexy kind of fragrance. It smells sweet, but in a more sophisticated kind of way, not really like a bubblegum candy sweet, more of that like richer, muskier kind of sweetness that you can wear, you know, in the evening time. I would say the plum actually lasts quite a long time. It doesn't just kind of like spray and dissolve. It does stay there for quite a while to sort of keep the fragrance a little bit fresh, so it's not just praline and patchouli. So that's a good thing. And I have found that this fragrance lasts a long time because it has a lot of heavier elements in it. And it has a good balance of the fruit, flower, and sort of patchouli base, so it does help to keep it on your skin for most of the evening. I also find that this fragrance really fills the room. Like it's one of those kind of like statement ones where like you put it on and like everyone kind of knows that you're wearing it, you know? It's kind of like you are like the killer queen of the room. So if you're looking for something that does kind of, is a little bit more bold and kind of projects a lot, I'd say this is a good one for you. So in the gift package, I got the shower gel, which, it's sort of your typical shower gel. I mean, there's nothing too much to say about it. There's nothing too much to say about most shower gels. This one kind of emphasizes the top note a little bit more, so, you know, it's soap pretty much. So it's gonna smell a little bit lighter, a little bit fresher and cleaner than like the actual fragrance. But overall, it's a fine shower gel. You kind of smell those berries a little bit more from the top, which we don't really smell here. We kind of just got overwhelmed by the plum. But with the shower gel, it's a little bit lighter. Then we have the body lotion. First of all, I don't like this like design. I don't know why. They look tacky or something. Maybe it's because I hate red so much. Oh, by the way, it says "Own the Throne" on the back of these because that is the catchphrase of the fragrance. We have it written across there. I don't even think I told you. Okay, so back to the lotion. This is actually a pretty nice lotion. I've used this more than I've used the actual fragrance. I think because this is a little bit lighter, it's a sort of lighter interpretation of the scent, and I kind of prefer this. And what I like about this one is that it's very scented. Like you put this on and it's almost as if you've sprayed the fragrance. Like it just really scents your skin quite strongly. And I find it much fruitier than the actual spray. I don't really find the patchouli praline part coming out in the lotion. I find it more the plum, the wild berries, and a little bit of like the flowers. That's kind of all I get with the lotion. So I think maybe that's why I like it so much, because it's sort of like a lighter interpretation of the fragrance. I did notice that when back in like, I guess December or something, I put the lotion on and then I put the fragrance on and I found that was too much. So I would recommend either the lotion or the fragrance, but not both of them. Unless you really want to like, you know, be the killer queen, but like I think it's a little bit too much, so be careful. So again, the lasting power is very good on this fragrance. The projection is very good. It's a very well done fragrance, quite complex. Not my personal favorite, but if you are looking for that sort of darker, sexier fragrance that's sweet but not too feminine or not too childlike, then I think this is a good one for you. I'll do a quick summary of the notes again. So in the top note of Killer Queen, we have the dark plum, the wild berries, and the bergamot. The dark plum is definitely the star of that top. It smells like a rich, dark fruit kind of scent. That scent stays pretty much for the whole scent. We get the heart of the fragrance, which has the plumeria, the jasmine, and the red velvet flower, which adds a sort of softer floral note to the fragrance, never smelling too flowery. And then that quickly leads us to the base of the fragrance, which has the patchouli, the cashmere wood, and the praline. So you get that dark, sweet, musky kind of scent that's a little bit sophisticated, but still kind of fun, and overall a dramatic, bold kind of fragrance. Perfect for evening wear or winter wear, not really spring and summer, not really daytime, and people will smell you, like you're going to sort of be making a statement with this one. Okay guys, that's the end of my Killer Queen review. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time for some more fragrance reviews.